I think it's on. Restart. I do not know if we all. Oh, it's not. We have started.
Let's get creative.
That's right. Let's get creative.
It looks like I already bled all over my fingers.
Let's break. Let's go. Hey everybody. Let's get right into the news. Shh. I'm not watching Ted Bundy. She's very disrespectful. We'll wait till people. Oh my god.
She started the podcast, so shut up.
And you're fine.
Just do it. Before it dries, and you can't put it on your hair. You wiped it on your forehead, though. This was the worst decision you've ever made.
When they don't. Oh, little thoughts in here. Spill the tea, sis. Oh, I'm so high. Little thoughts in here. Are you subscribed? Little thoughts. Subscribe, please. I know, right?
Subscribe and put the bell notification on.
Sorry, guys.
We're talking about serial killers while I'm dyeing my hair.
Get out of here. What's up? Hey, what's up? Okay, we're about to get into the conversation. I was trying to let more people get in here before we get into any kind of conversation because, like, I don't know. But, we'll see. Sorry. Okay. What's up? What's up? Today I thought we could talk about serial killers. Cuts like Shane Dawson conspiracy theory music. What's up, guys? Today, I don't need the atmosphere. Because for some reason I've been watching a lot of serial killer things, and I don't know why. It started with one Jeffrey Dahmer like interview thing, and then it continued to Ted Bundy and a bunch of other people. I don't know a lot about these people. Well, I kind of know more about Ted Bundy than the rest of them because that's when I watched like a few documentaries online. But I don't know a lot about some of these people. But we're gonna talk about some of them because they're fucked up. And I thought, why not? Because I have nothing else to talk about. Because usually in podcasts they talk about like what they've done. But don't they talk about what they've done in the week and what they've seen?
They talk about what happened to Romeo Lacoste, why he's asking girls to eat.
I don't know the whole story about that. I don't know anything about that except for he's asking little girls to eat ass. Like, I don't really know anything about that.
On Twitter, sis.
I don't get on Twitter, honestly, because Twitter sucks ass. I get on Instagram, and all I saw on there lately was that Shane and Rylan got engaged, so. And that was cute, and that's all I saw. Really, that was interesting to me. Everything else is just people posting blah 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 everyday things that they post all the time that I don't really care about.
Where's your phone?
No shade, just saying.
I didn't charge my phone.
I know, that's what I'm saying, a little thought. So it's just. But if I want to talk about what I've been doing during the week, I've been listening and watching podcasts. Not podcasts. Well, I have been listening to podcasts. But that's all I do at work is listen to podcasts and like the streams. But other than that, it's serial killer stuff because it's interesting and also just crazy to just know what these people did and like they talk like what? Yeah, why? Like why would they do this?
They gotta kill the people on the island. You know, drink the Kool-Aid in here.
Oh, I don't know him. I don't remember his name. I don't know like a lot of cults or a lot of cult leaders. I just think of Charles Manson, and Charles Manson reminds me of the dude from Far Cry, the father. That's what it reminds me. Do you know Nicholas Cruz? I don't. I'm not crazy into serial killers. I don't know all the serial killers and everything they've done. I just know a few. As I have like a little list over here of like ones that I've been like. I know the popular ones like I don't look at the school shooters. Like I don't look that far. I don't know what school shooters. Like I just look at ones like serial killers. They murdered like a lot of people or women. Like back in mostly like the 80s and 70s and 90s. I haven't really checked into any school shooters because I can't. Also because I wanted to be a teacher, you know, and I can't think about that if I ever want to pursue that goal in my life. I can't. I don't like thinking.
Let's talk about American history. First things first. Serial killers.
Oh my! I had a criminal justice class, and she was like, "Okay, so we might have like a whole thing on serial. We didn't talk shit about nobody. We talked about the mob or some shit."
Count me in.
It's so. Everybody was like, "Yes," and then like it was garbage. He's not even cute. It's very disturbing. Most of the fucking school shooters are just. They're not cute. They're just dumbasses, and they're.
Not cute.
Like who? Because she said, and people made a fan page of him because he was cute.
Who?
This school shooter. Who makes a fan page about a school shooter just because they were cute?
Fucked up people?
Like, no, sis, that's not cute.
Fucked up people?
I don't know. Ted Bundy's the one I've been like on lately, and as we know, he murdered a lot of women, and even a couple children, I think, or a child, you know, or two, from like 74 to I don't know if it was like 80 something. I don't fully know. Would I be a serial killer if I killed other serial killers? Yes. You know? The ones I hear a lot about and the ones I think he got convicted for first, like the three were Georgiana Hawkins and the 12-year-old girl that he like murdered and raped, and there was like another college student that he murdered and did who knows what with. But I think those are the three I think he was convicted for, or like the first three he was convicted for. I don't know. It's fucked up. Those ones they always talked about in like one of the documentaries I was watching, because I guess that's like the first ones they got him for. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Noah just came in with hair dye all over his forehead. Did you hear about Michael Jackson being a pedo and raping his little boy fans? Yes, but I've heard about that like all my life. Every time someone brings up Michael Jackson, someone has to bring up that he's a pedophile.
Am I missing any spots yet?
No, you look pretty covered, my dude.
Especially on the head?
Yes, you don't take a lot to saturate your hair. I think you're honestly good. Literally, anytime in my life anybody's brought up Michael Jackson, someone always brings up the fact that he's a pedophile, or people think he's a pedophile, or he might have. Who knows if he did or didn't? I hate the fact that these things happened back in the day, but these people wait 10, 15, 20 years to say anything about it, or till the person's dead. I'm like, how you gonna wait that long to bring up, oh yeah, Michael Jackson molested me when I was 10, but now I'm 30, and you know, but you're gonna wait 20 years and until the man is dead, and he's been dead for, what hair things? It might be one in the closet. God, it's almost in your eye.
I know.
Like, what did you do? Sorry. Like, I get it, like, if you're scared to talk to somebody, but, like, you're scared for 10 to 20 years to tell something about that, and then you're gonna come out all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and just, like, I don't know, to me, it's just, like, if somebody did that shit to me, I'd be like, Mom, I couldn't, like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Like, cause they talked about this on the Misfits podcast, cause Jay watched that documentary about Michael Jackson, and they said it was one boy, I don't know the boy, it was one boy who was like 10 or something when it started, and then once he got too old, like 14, 15 or something, Michael Jackson dumped him. Basically.
Dumped him?
Yeah, that's what he said. Basically, like left him for another, he started hanging out with another boy. He basically just kind of, like, dropped him off. Like, when you drop a friend, like, you just kind of just, like, dropped him. And that's, like, fucked up. But then again, we don't know if he actually did these things because it's he said, she said, and we'll never know because Michael Jackson's dead and it happened 20 years ago because that dude's like 30 now. So it's like, what are we gonna do?
That's somewhat off.
You should get your forehead, bro.
And they didn't give him credit because of the accusations. Well, I mean, at the time, would you want to credit a possible pedophile for something? It's just crazy. But I don't know. I can't say if he is or isn't, but there's a lot of things that lead him to be, but then there's things that lead him not to be. I don't know. It's kind of like if you think he is, then you think he is. If you don't, then you don't. Whatever, you know. Like there's not, I think, much evidence. I don't think they have much evidence, but I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't watch the documentary, so I don't know. I'm just kind of like going off what I heard on a podcast from somebody who watched it. Does anyone out there know any serial killers they want to talk about? Because I have a few. Did you wash it off? Oh my god, go like wipe everything off around your face. Why are you gonna leave it there? It's gonna stain horribly. You have to go to school tomorrow with some fucking... Sorry. Does anybody know anybody they want to talk about? Like, I'm here. I'm open to take suggestions. Because, like, I have a little list. Look, Haley, I just know there's true monsters in the world. Are you talking to Haley? Because you know this ain't Haley. Like, wait. Haley's over there playing Fortnite. Goku. Haley doesn't run this podcast. I do. Who follows on Instagram, by the way? Oh, you're Sydney, sorry. Mom. You just put me down so much every day. But, okay, I also don't know a lot of cult leaders. Cult leaders is like something different. You sound a little the same. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, little thought big oof. Yes. Jeffrey Dahmer? Anybody? Jeffrey Dahmer? I also looked up a list of top 20 most notorious serial killers. And number 4 is Ted Bundy. And then number way down the list, yeah, way down the list, number 17 is Jeffrey Dahmer. The one above it is, I don't know how to say her name. Alina, I can't say her last name. They call her the Monster. I've only seen one video of her, and it was like when she was like in prison and they were like interviewing her. She seemed crazy, like she was on something. Like, I don't know. And then there's like little stories about stuff. Yeah, she got the death penalty. That lady did. Just let me know. I only know him. Who? I know him. Ed Gaines. I only know him. The movie. Oh, the movie Ross Lynch is in. Was that a good movie? Because I didn't see it, but I wanted to see it. I think it's crazy that Ross Lynch was in it. That was a weird person, but he kind of looks like Jeffrey Dahmer in a way. Jeffrey Dahmer movie. Ed Gaines. Yes, Ed Gaines is the real Chainsaw Massacre. Leatherface. Yeah, he killed many humans, and he took their skin, and he wore it, and he made things out of it, and he did all kinds of things. I don't know. It's creepy. It's crazy. Yeah, I never saw it. Oh. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer is famous for... taking and murdering men. He was gay, and he would rape and murder men, and he would kind of keep parts of their body in freezers and stuff, and he would eat parts of their bodies. And some of them were young or older. What?
Last Man on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
There was a serial killer, and he's a cannibal. And he was the only one left in the prison alive, and he got out, and he found the group, and like he was trying to not to eat them.
What's he gonna do? Like,
they were gonna kill him, and right as they ended up almost killing him, he did like this Rubik's Cube. It was like tied to like an explosive thing in the house, and he figured it out, and then he blew himself up.
He blew himself up?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer raped and murdered, not all of them, but sexually assaulted and murdered many men, different ages, young some, and he started when he was like, I don't know when he started, I don't know if he was 18 or a little older. I know one of the people he did was like 18, one of the people he got. No, that might have been somebody else. I don't know. And he kept parts of them. There was this box he had, and inside the box was like remains and stuff of his victims. And one time his dad actually came over to his house and wanted to get into the box, and he told him he needed to open the box, but he got so like he was getting, I guess, very defensive and like upset about it, that his dad was like, fine, let's do it tomorrow. And I guess it just kind of never happened. But if his dad would have opened that box, he would have found remains, and he definitely would have been caught before he did so much more. He was 18. Yeah, he was 18. Most of them start off with killing animals. I think I don't know.
Well, if you do, be quick.
We started watching that first episode of the Ted Bundy tapes, and apparently he was in Boy Scouts, and he used to set tiger traps in the woods, and which is where you put sticks up in the ground, like sharpened sticks in the ground, and you put like vegetation over it, you know, like a booby trap kind of thing. And apparently a little girl fell in one of them, and she sliced her leg all the way up her leg. I'm like, that is fucked. I'm like, he didn't get in trouble for that. Like, what? They should have known something was wrong with him when he was doing that. Like, that's fucked up. Ted Bundy is fucked. Ted Bundy also escaped from prison twice. First time he escaped, I don't know if he killed anybody, but he wandered the streets for like 7 days. He lost a lot of weight and stuff. They found him, put him back in jail. The second time he got out, I think he went to Florida. Got into a sorority house, beat and assaulted, 4 women. 2 of them died. Then he went to another woman's house, I guess beat her. Then he went and kidnapped a 12-year-old girl, raped and murdered her. It was like, boy! And he escaped prison twice. From like Colorado all the way to Florida. Yeah. The first time they caught him, after 7 days, I don't think he murdered anybody. Brought him back, he lost all that weight, and then the second time he murdered 4 people and assaulted 2 other ones. And one of them was a 12-year-old girl. They got him on the 12-year-old girl and 2 other women, I think, first. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's crazy. And he killed so many women. And then there was another person I started watching a documentary on, which is called The Green River Killer. And literally at the start of the documentary, they already found like 6 bodies in a fucking river. Like, what? Excuse me? They start with the documentary, they found 6 bodies in a river. This one man done killed 6 women. And they're all like prostitutes. And then like not even a little bit later into the thing, they find like 7 more bodies in the river. And I'm like, this man just going at it. And they're all like prostitutes. And they're like, some are really young, like 15 and stuff. And I'm like, that's fucked up, bro. It's crazy. His name's Gary Ridgway. Timer? How long has it been?
He's setting one, I think.
You're just now setting. We've been setting for like 45 minutes.
Oh, he hasn't been.
Cause my,
Got done with his probably like 10 minutes ago.
that's what I'm saying.
So it's for like what, 40 minutes? How long do you leave that shit in here?
An hour. Sometimes a little longer. Do like 50. Who cares?
It ain't gonna kill you. It's like vegan, so.
Yeah. They're crazy. The lady killer that I have on here, the only one I've heard about, she was apparently like a sex person. She was like not a, I guess kind of like a prostitute. She was a sex worker.
Was it?
And what?
The one that is famous for?
What are you talking about?
That one hotel?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Bates Motel?
I don't know how
No,
to.
the one that had the one where she was found dead. I can't remember what it was.
This woman got sent to death row and died by lethal injection in 1992. I don't know who you're talking about.
Mama, how do I figure out?
This woman killed a bunch of men who apparently either attempted to rape her or raped her. That's what she said, always said. And she killed them all, like 7 or more. And then she was sent to the death penalty. I love it. I think Ted Bundy, he didn't want to die. Like I don't think he wanted the death penalty. But like, how you gonna kill these women but you don't want to live? Like, you took all their lives, but you want to live. Like, yeah, like, that's your fault. You shouldn't have did the crime. Like, oh, ain't no time. He's just frying for it. Some people think that we should have the death penalty because people deserve to suffer in jail and live their time in jail. But I'm like, what's the point? They're just gonna die in jail. Might as well just kill them now. We can stop it.
What does it matter? He's doing his hair.
Me when I do my hair, like what? Everything's kind of dead. I'm sorry. Is this too much serial killer talk? Because I could change the subject to like something else. We could talk about Mr. Beast or something. Because like, because I have a righteous line. Come at me, bitch. I could dye hair on the low. But
First time doing his own hair, okay, leave him alone.
You could have wiped it off your forehead though.
He said he wants his forehead to match.
He's gonna go to school with the red out. They're like, you get sunburned? It's not even sunny out. Nobody's in. Everybody's like, deadass. There's other killers that I've heard of. I don't know a lot about, like the BTK killer.
What the fuck is that?
Which I watched like a movie or something on, and it has the dad from Raising Hope as the killer, and it's so weird to see him in that, and it's like, but he was like an online dude. He like talked to people online, and then like go at him. It was crazy. Would it be bad if I took your dates and list of existing serial killers and took a time machine to go back and murder all of them before they started their killing spree? I used my evil Goku black thing. See, I feel like if you went back and you killed them before they killed anybody, I feel like it wouldn't make a difference.
Somebody else is gonna
Yeah, because somebody else could do it. Or,
they're doing it now. We don't know.
yeah. There was just a shooting in New Zealand that killed 45 people in a mosque. I mean, like, there's people out there killing all kinds of people and doing all kinds of shit. But, like, I feel like if you just go back in time and kill people like that, there's other people that's gonna step up and do it, you know? Just like people like, oh, go back and kill Hitler. There was other people, like Stalin was doing the same thing, you know, even as bad as he was to his own people. And there was, what's his name, Mussolini, whatever his name was, he was another dictator, and there's Chinese dictators that were doing, it's like, you know, if Hitler wasn't it, then somebody else is gonna take over and probably be just as bad. We don't know. I mean, it could have been different, but
I mean, obviously, a lot less people would have died.
a lot of those people would have died, but you never know what could happen later down the road that could have been the same as that tragedy. Or, you know, it's hard to say with time and humans.
Fuck with something exactly time.
That's what I'm saying.
Something else.
So it's like, who knows? You could have went back and killed Hitler and everything could be fine, you know. It would have never happened. Or you could go back and kill Hitler and then there could have been another dictator that rose up and didn't kill Jews, but they killed some other people, or they just killed a bunch of random people, because why not? You know? Like, you go back and kill Ted Bundy, but then, like, George down the road decides he wants to start murdering people, too. So it's like, I feel like these things happen, and then we kind of learn from them, and or people learn to do it. I don't know. It's kind of like, you never know. I was gonna say something before I got into that rant. No, I can't remember. I don't remember. I don't know if it was about Ted Bundy or what it was about. I feel like it was somebody on this list, but they're not on this list, but I don't remember who it was. God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
I had all the green ones.
Oh, there was, okay, I've never heard of this person before until I was watching one of the documentaries, and then, like, I found them. They're called the Weepy Voice Killer.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
The Weepy Voice. He just pops up. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I watched a lot of stuff about
Whatever it is, what it is, we gotta improve and evolve to become a better species. I know, but I don't know. Our species kind of just fucked, you know. That we've done a lot of good things, but we've done a lot of bad things. But I mean, it is, yeah, what it is. But the Weepy Voice Killer, he got this woman.
I think 15 by 15.
Took her out to the train. This was his first crime. Took her to the train tracks. He ended up murdering her there. I forgot how he murdered her. I don't know if it was like, I don't remember how he did it. Oh shit, I just hit the microphone, my bad. He murdered her on the train tracks. Calls the police. Or no, he didn't kill her. He almost killed her. I don't know if he killed her or almost killed her. Calls the police. Kind of like crying almost. He's like, you know, his voice is like all like weepy and kind of sad, and he's on like a crybaby kind of thing. And he's saying that there's a woman who's hurt, and you know, he's basically telling them everything. He's like, I didn't mean to kill her, but you know. And then they're trying to they're like, sir, calm down, sir. And he hangs up the phone. They go to the place, find the woman. I don't remember if he had killed this one or not. But, because there was one he badly injured, so bad that when she came to, like when she woke up in the hospital, she didn't remember anything that happened. And then then he killed a woman. Oh shit! Yeah, the street health is not good.
Killed himself, or was it another one?
No, he got put in jail, and then he got cancer and died in jail.
Oh, I'm thinking different one then. Or he was calling.
But then there was like another one of the two. There's like a few women. And then he ended up. Turns out he worked at a place close to the train tracks. Something happened at work. He saw the woman. I guess they talked. They somehow got there, and then he did whatever. It's like he met all these women and he killed them.
The first thing you do is
the last woman that he tried to kill. She was a prostitute. He tried to pick her up in his car. Got her in the car. Then he started attacking her. He started like stabbing her with like a screwdriver or something. He started stabbing her, and then she trying to escape. She like hit him or something with like a bottle that was in his car, and she was trying to escape, and it was just all fucked up. They were both bleeding, and she ended up getting away, thankfully, because a man thankfully heard what was going on, and I guess she got the car, and he ran off, drove off, whatever, and then he calls the cops. Every time he would call the cops, he called the cops saying he got beat up, and because the man called the cops for the woman, and they got an ambulance out and everything to help her, and then the next thing you know, they got a call from him saying he got beat up and where to find him, the address and everything. They found him all beat up, and then the woman who survived, she she identified him, and they found out that he this, and they leaked him to all this shit, and it was just wow. It was like, what the fuck? Because his voice was so weird. You know, it was so unique that they had the phone calls, and then so his sister went and matched the voices, and they were like, yep, that's him. And then basically they ended up getting him on it. He went to jail and prison, and he ended up dying in prison of cancer. Well, at least we can all agree on something. We all hate cancer. Cancer is trash. That is true. We can all agree on that. I'm talking a lot about serial killers. It's been 30 minutes and we've just been talking about this.
Hell, we're too addicted to Overwatch.
I was like, I'm just practicing my game, you know. Crazy stuff, you know. I don't even know. His name was Paul Stefani or something like that. Some way like that. I don't know. Crazy. I just
way too close.
I don't know. Should we talk about something else? Am I talking too much about serial killers? Like, I don't know. You guys want to talk about anything else? Like, you want to bring up a subject? You want to throw something else about? You know, ask a question or something.
What was it? That one killer. There was one I knew.
Who's in the shower?
Bean. She knew I was gonna get in the shower soon, so.
Do what you want. Okay.
What was this one?
Mhm.
The one I named earlier when Mom was naming killers.
I didn't hear you name one.
It was like the origami killer or something like that.
Oh, Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac, yeah.
He's like number one on this list I have. I don't really know much about him. Let me look. Shh, it's okay.
Isn't that senator that everybody says is him?
Yeah. What's his name? The killer fashioned this name for himself in taunting letters he sent to the Bay Area press. He left ciphers to be decoded, and out of the 4 he sent, only 1 was definitely solved. The killer operated in California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. His last letter said, me, 37, and SFPD, San Francisco Police Department, 0. So that's 37. He claimed to have killed 37 victims, but the newspaper confirmed only 7. The case file is still open. How is it still going to be open? Isn't that crazy?
That's what I'm saying. How is it still open when...
Is he still killing?
No, this is 1960s and the 70s.
They're probably dead by now.
Did they ever catch him?
No, I don't think so.
Because there's a right here.
What he does, I guess.
Damn, he must have been real slick. That's crazy. Guess the movie. I was gonna say Children of the Corn, but I don't know about this knife.
I'm gonna be Moira. I'm already
Is that
Moira.
Children of the Corn? What is that?
What's the new guy's
I don't know what's in the
character name?
night. Children, corn, knife.
Baptist?
The children have anything to do
I
with
wanna
it?
be
Girl and
Baptist.
boy,
I
it
wanna be
makes
Baptist.
me think it's children. Is that a man
That's
and a
what it
woman?
like
I don't know.
Baptiste. I don't know why.
Can I get a hint?
Hamilton.
Couldn't find Scythe. Was that right? Let's talk about this. Let's go down the list. That was number 1. Number 2 is Donald Henry Gaskins, which is the hitchhiker killer. Gaskins is claimed to have killed between 80 to 90 people by torturing and mutilating them. He started killing in 1969, picking up hitchhikers on the coastal highway of the American South. A criminal associate witnessed his killing 2 young men and confessed to the police. He was sentenced to death, which was later turned to life imprisonment without parole. Gaskins added another murder to his name and became the only man to have ever killed an inmate on death row.
The real question
He
is,
killed an inmate.
with serial killers, is it better to let them sit and rot in jail, or is
That's
it
what
better to
I'm
give them
saying.
death penalty? That's the real tea.
I mean, if they sit in jail, they're like, oh yeah, they're in jail, they're possibly suffering in jail, you know, with who know what's going on. But if they're just gonna die in jail, why not just kill him like he killed all those other people. I don't know though. Because some people might be like, what, they want to die because they're going to be in jail anyway, then don't give it to them. But it's like, well, we're just going to keep putting...
In jail again.
That's what I'm saying. If we're going to keep them in jail, keep them feeding them and all this stuff, might as well just kill them. I don't know. Yeah, it was Children of the Corn. I was right. Number 3 is Tsutomu Mizaki, the human Dracula.
I think that's the one where you drink the blood of the lady.
He got more names due to his hideous acts. Some of them were the Otaku murder, the little girl murderer, and Dr. Why say Doctor? Dracula Mizaki. The reason for this being that he abducted little girls, killed them, and indulged in sexual activities with their corpse. On one occasion, he not only drank the victim's blood, but ate her hand as well. He also preserved body parts as trophies and sent postcards to the families describing the murder. His father committed suicide, and Mizaki was hanged in 2008, age 45.
Jack the Ripper.
He's number 5. Ted Bundy's number 4. Ted Bundy, the crazy necrophile, whatever it is. Ted Bundy was an American serial killer, kidnapper, rapist, and necrophile. What? I can't say words, apparently. He operated in various states in the U.S. and confessed to killing 30 women. He revisited crime scenes and indulged in sexual acts with the corpses. Bundy decapitated at least 12 victims and kept their heads as trophies in his apartment. Age 42, Bundy died on the electric chair. I can't talk. I'm trying to read it so fast that I can't. I'm like stumbling. In 1985, there's 20 of them. His own defense attorney said Ted was the very definition of heartless evil.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
He was his own lawyer for a little bit, by the way, guys. Who plays their own lawyer in a trial where they could get death? Because he was going to be a lawyer, because he was a psychology student, and he was going to law school, so he thought he knew everything. So he was like, I'm going to be my own lawyer, but he was really an arrogant smartass who just wanted to play court. But it was really serious because he was getting charged for all these crimes. Jack the Ripper is number 5, aka Whitechapel Murder. The real killers or killer was never identified. The name came into being because the victims had organs missing, and judging by procedure, the killer seemed to have surgical experience. Jack the Ripper, who was later believed to be a single person, killed female prostitutes in the slums of London between 1888 and 1891. That's fucked up. The Beast is number 6. Luis Garabito. I don't know how to say his name. Also dubbed by the media as the Le Bestia. The Beast. I didn't probably say that right. The Colombian is probably one of the world's...
Sedgwick Hotel.
I don't know what that is.
They had what was it? Like La Dahlia, I think it was.
The Black Dahlia?
Something like that.
Black Panther?
No.
The girl that was like possessed and they found her in the water thing?
No.
Oh. One of the world's worst serial killers, he confessed to the torture, rape, and murder of 147 young boys. Oh my gosh. But the number is believed to be over 300. He was found guilty on 139 counts. How the fuck? Which should amount to 1,853 years in prison. But Colombian laws limit it to 30. Which is he was sentenced to in 1999. He may be released early for cooperation and good behavior. What? You're gonna let this man out after he believed to kill and rape and torture over 300 young boys? Excuse me? What? How? Why? Columbia, you are dumb. Like, I can't. Why? Number 7 is the sorcerer. This is good people we know. Who was the chessboard killer? Number 8. He was also known as a chessboard killer in the Pizza Park Maniac. His targets were homeless men whom he lured to his house with vodka. He is believed to have killed 49 people. Most of them were with repeated hammer blows to their heads and inserted a vodka bottle into their gaping skull wound. He intentionally said he wanted to complete what?
Gaping what?
Skull wound.
Oh.
He wanted to complete the number of squares on a chessboard and killed 64 people. Also, it's believed that he was in a competition with another Russian killer, Andrea Chikatilo. I can't say these people's names. Who was convicted in 1992 for 53 killings. It was the very same year Alexander started killing. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's too much. Movie. Boy, clown, skull. What the fuck? I don't know what that movie is. I don't know what that is. Haley, guess the movie. There's a boy, a child boy emote, a clown emote, a skull emote, a knife emote, and a pumpkin emote.
Wait, let me see. What is it?
Halloween.
Halloween?
I don't know.
Wait, what is it?
Guess the movie. It's a boy emote, a clown emote, a skull emote, a knife emote, and a pumpkin.
It.
It? Oh, it? What's the pumpkin have to do with it?
Oh, Halloween time.
And a skull.
Is it like a question someone asked, or?
Yeah, someone said it.
I think it's it.
It or Halloween. That's what we got.
Jabbar. More than 300 suspected. 65 confirmed.
The BTK killer. Between 1974 and 1991, Dennis Rader murdered 10 people in Wichita, Kansas. He even sent letters to police taunting them under his alias name, BTK, which stood for Blind, Torture, Kill. His technique was to stalk his victims before breaking into their homes, binding their limbs, and finally strangling them. He disappeared in 1988, but reemerged in around 2005 when he sent a floppy disk to the press, which helped in tracing him. Rader confessed to his crime and serving 10 consecutive life sentences with the earliest release date possible on February 26, 2180. Yeah, 2180. He's gonna die basically in jail. Like, there's somebody called the Acid Bath Murderer.
Acid
bath?
Yeah. John George High was also known as the Acid Bath Murderer and operated during the 1940s. He was convicted for murder of 6 people, although he claimed to have killed 9. He was a professional con man. What the fuck? Who lured wealthy people by charm and deceit into a warehouse where he shot them. Later, he would dissolve their bodies in sulfuric acid, then forge papers to sell their possessions and collect their life savings. He was sentenced to death and hanged in 1949. That's fucked. The Casanova Killer. Also known as the Casanova Killer, Knowles used his charm into making victims believe him and later killed them. He killed a total of 18 people, although the count might be more. His victims included men, women, and children. The man from Florida was eventually killed by an FBI agent in 1974 when he was trying to escape. That's fucked. That's really fucked. Damn, it's Halloween. I don't get all those emojis for Halloween. What is that? Boxing dog isn't real. He can't hurt you. What the fuck? This is the monster. This is the woman. Her story allowed Charlie Theron to win an Academy Award. She played Aline in the 2003 movie Monster. While working as a prostitute, Aline killed 7 men in Florida for their money and confessed to shooting them, claiming all of them had either raped or attempted to rape her. She died in 1992 by lethal injection. That pretty fucked. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer was responsible for dismembering 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Dahmer also indulged in necrophilia and cooking body parts of his victim, and then eating them. He was eventually caught after a prospective victim managed to overpower him. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 terms of life imprisonment in 1992, but he was beaten to death by a fellow prisoner at the Columbia Correctional Institution 2 years later, which he deserved. So, I think it's going to be the last one that I want to talk about. John Wayne Gacy, the Burial King. John Gacy. Gacy operated between 1972 and 1978 in Chicago, Illinois. He sexually assaulted and murdered 33 teenage boys and young men. Gacy would lure his victims to his home with the promise of work or money before murdering them by strangulation using a tourniquet. He buried 26 of the victims in the crawl space under his house and later disposed of the bodies off in the Des Plaines River. Convicted of 33 murders, Gacy was sentenced to death and spent 14 years on death row before he was executed by... Why did they spend so long on death row? Like, why is that a thing? Why did they spend so long? Because of their trials?
Probably.
But, like, you think they want to hurry that up with those people? Like, you think they want them dead quick? Like, it's weird for them to sit there for so long. You know? And then they try to appeal it, and it's like, you should be allowed to appeal it. Or try to get a clemency or whatever when you are guilty for all these murders. Like, you don't deserve to get that chance. You know? Like, that's... No. Like, you should get what you got. You know? Like, that's fucked. Guess the movie. There's a shield, there's a hammer, there's a strong arm, there's a gear, there's a bow and arrow, there's a gun, and there's a woman. Avengers! Is it the Avengers? I see Captain America, Thor, Hulk. The fuck is that? Hawkeye? In Black Widow? I don't get the gears. Iron Man, it look weird. I don't understand. What else should we talk about? We're doing really good at guessing these movies. Talk about my cats. What should we talk about now? What else is there to talk about? I think we had enough serial killers. I think it's time to stop. I think it's time to move on. I could just end it now. And that's like how we move on. Cause like, we talked a lot about a lot of people. Now it's just silence. So we're just sitting here in silence. Anybody see something on they want to talk about? Haley, you see anything you want to talk about?
How fucking good I'm doing Overwatch right now.
Haley's doing really good in Overwatch right now. Like, you would love to see it, but she's not streaming. Like, next time you see her on Overwatch, she'll be doing garbage. And she'll be like, guys, I'm telling you, I was doing so good before. But nobody's gonna believe her.
60,000 damage block right now.
Really?
Yeah. And I just got a triple kill.
Oh, really? Let me see. I couldn't really see this inside, but I believe her. No one's ever squinting. Let me see.
Yeah, 65,000 block.
Jesus, she's really blocking the damage, boys.
25 kills, too.
7 minutes of objective.
Damn, she working hard for that.
79.
Who got the thing? I want to see who got play of the game.
Not me.
Wow.
79 players knocked back.
Damn, she really killing it over there. Anybody excited for Avengers Endgame? Yeah, everybody should be like, hell yeah, because if you saw Captain Marvel, bitch, you are definitely hyped because that ending got me fucked up and I am ready to see it. Because, boy, let me tell you something, that movie was really good and then the end to it just really fucked me up and I really want to see it because I need to know what's going to happen. I need her to beat Thanos' ass. I need them to all come back. Like, we gotta figure this out. Like, Loki can't really be dead, can he? Maybe. Who knows?
This one became my baby now.
Anybody see Mr. Beast? Let's talk about Mr. Beast for a moment.
His video, I still haven't seen it.
Let's talk about...
He's a killer.
That's right. And can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait. Let's talk about Mr. Beast's video that Apex Legends sponsored, where they had a legit battle royale game in real life. They had 13 teams of 3, right? 13 teams of 3, something like that. The Misfits were there, not all of them, but Fitz was there. Do you not know who Mr. Beast is? Oh my gosh.
Who is there still?
Goku. There's 3 people watching. One of them is Goku. He's the only one talking. Do you not know? Oh, Mr. Beast is a YouTuber who does.
He's like a little cutie. He reminds me of Chipmunk.
He's a little cute. He's a little chipmunk. Is what he looks like. He does like the weird videos. Like he'll do like last person on their car gets the car. Last person standing in the circle gets $10,000.
Do whatever until like.
Yeah, he does like all kinds of weird videos. He spends like 24 hours in places. He hiving it. He does. I don't know. He does weird videos. Check him out, Mr. Beast. There's Mr. Beast, and then I don't know. There's like 2 channels, I think. No, couldn't tell if it was actually Mr. Beast. But but he did a video where it was like a legit battle royale. There was 13 teams of 3. One of the teams were my boys, Fitz, Swagger Souls, and Zuckles. So I was like, oh god, they gotta win. Turns out, I was watching, I was listening to the podcast. Apparently there was an error. They did not come in second. That was not them. They were not the yellow team.
So did they win?
No. They apparently didn't even make it anywhere near second.
They couldn't even get the guns.
They were like purple team.
Yeah. It was real buggy where the cameras looked.
Apparently that video had editing. Yeah, it was a different Australian team that won.
But hey,
They came in second.
Still.
I don't know. But what's going on? Nothing much. We're just talking. He knows Mr. Beast. But can we just say that the team of animators, the team of Anthony Padilla,
I know.
Jada Animation,
Well, you know they had a good time
and what's his name? Odd One Out, I think it was, won the first game and got the first $100,000. Like, isn't that a team of animators? I don't know if they play video games, but they don't seem like the people that play video games a lot. They won the first game. Like, that's crazy to me. I didn't expect them to win. Like, they were like the underdogs, and I think they just, I don't know. Crazy.
Why did you walk away?
I don't remember who, wasn't it Typical Gamer and his team that won the second game? I think that's who won the second game. I don't know for sure. But it was just like, I couldn't. Yeah, and apparently they went to a party, like an after party for it. Them and Riley Reid was there and all kinds of shit. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. You gotta listen to the podcast. Like I know I shouldn't plug other people's podcasts, but like the Misfits podcast is really good and it's really fucked up and weird. So like you should definitely go listen to it. And also like David Dobrik's podcast. Like I listened to that one. Really good. It's really also really weird and fucked up. Yeah, animators got skills, I guess, cause like Anthony's not an animator, but he's something nowadays. Like, he's got skills. He's a weird YouTuber. I don't know. He does those weird videos. Like, I don't know. He went solo, and I don't know what he's done.
With what was it? It was this dude. He drunk it. And it decided to be David Dobrik juice.
Yeah.
So
apparently people said that he looked like David Dobrik, so he drank like that juice, and it came off, and it was like David Dobrik. He didn't look like David Dobrik in that TikTok. I'm weird. Me too. Frankie, how long have you been here? Have you heard any more serial killer talk? If not, go listen to the last like 40 minutes of this podcast. Where we were talking about the serial killers and the murderers. Oh my goodness. Also, like, I'm sorry if you don't like the picture that I chose.
Abilities.
Sorry. I chose Ted Bundy because he's the one I've been watching a lot of lately. My bad, homie. So.
He has a fake leg.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely Chuck right there.
Wow, they just literally Fortnite, Overwatch, and this game just all copy off of one another. Yeah, they all just copy off of one another. Can we talk about that for a second? How Apex, Fortnite, Overwatch, and I guess Black Ops all copy off of one each other, and they're all the same.
And actually puts their real name too.
Almost every way. It's like artists doing other artists' art, but just in their own style. That's what these games are nowadays. Hey, I love art and video games. I could be an animator too. You see me play Fortnite. I'm sort of good, getting better, and I'll dominate eventually. I don't know. We didn't play for that long today. It's just like, why play this game when I can play this game with the same kind of things? Plus, I just can't get behind Apex. I can't. It's not good. At least I'm not good at it. Maybe it's because I don't play it enough. But it's so fast paced that I can't even. I don't know what's going on half the time. It's not for me, homies. Just like Black Ops, not for me.
I've been trying to get better with Bangalore.
Bangalore. That was like the new Overwatch character. What a girl. You have not actually tried it though. I played with you on Apex and I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry. Because I don't know what I was doing and I hated it. I hated it. I soiled it and I hated it. Did you see me when I woke up this morning? Because girl, I woke up and my hair was like... I didn't brush it, so I fell asleep. My hair was like, and it was all like this, straight up. And he was like, "Oh my god, you look like a flamingo, or you look like an ostrich." And I was like, turns out my hair was all like, not like fucking thick ass. But I was like, what the fuck? I haven't liked what I played of it. Like, I can't. Haley, you want to put any thoughts out there? Give us a topic, to the last topic to talk about. Anybody? How's Bean? Bean's okay. I came back up there from the restroom, and she was like, he left. I'm like, what do you mean he left? A girl came in there, and then she left and he left, and I was like, okay, bye. He joined us for Fortnite, and then me said some girl joined, and he left, and the girl left. Goku. And I was like, okay. What do you say? What was the last topic? What did you say? I asked you a question.
Talk about how they're gonna come to the stream.
Yeah, stream's about to happen. What are you playing? Oh, I want to play GTA.
You do?
Yeah, I have to pee though.
Well,
Oh, I can actually see now.
Woo! We're gonna play some GTA. Frankie, you wanna play some GTA? Just start inviting people who wants to play GTA with us. We're about to play some GTA.
hurry up! Noah has to freaking get ready.
Hold on, I have to go in there before you go in there. I gotta pee.
I know, if you pee,
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to play with her. She's my friend. Thought we were friends. But okay, we had a spot left. She could have joined us. But that's cool. Because we didn't need you anyway. We went on Friday the 13th and we were getting wins. So, well, but, yeah, sorry, Frankie. Let's go. Well, you know what, guys? It's almost an hour. I'm just going to end it here. We had some great serial killer talk. Come to the stream. Follow. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't know who's listening to this, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please. Subscribe. Also, Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Please. I'm so surprised. My Gordon Ramsay picture from last week did really well, and I had many likes. It's okay. Maybe one day we'll play GTA 5. But yeah, if you want to play some GTA 5 with us, hit us up on GTA. Friend us. Go to our other channel. Sorry, I can't talk anymore. I need to stop. It means it's time to go. But yeah, subscribe. like my stream. Also, comment on the stream any topics or questions. If you want to talk about something next Thursday that we didn't talk about now and you want to talk about it next time, we can talk about it. I won't talk about serial killers next time. I got it all out of my system here, okay? I won't mention them anymore in this podcast unless we want to. But, yeah. I love you all. I hope you have a great night. Come to the stream on our other channel. Check it out. Play GTA with us. Follow me on us on Instagram. Don't follow me. You have to follow me. Follow this channel on Instagram. Subscribe. I love you all. See you later. Yeah, you hit the notification if you want. But you don't really need to. Because every Thursday at around 9 p.m. we'll be here. Join our Discord to find out what time I'll be going on. Okay? Thank you all for listening. I'll see you later. Bye.